Welcome, guys, to the CBR Suite. We're really glad to have you guys here. Thank you for coming. I have to. No, you're gonna love this. I opened up my screener app to watch the 6 episodes that they provided to me, and I pressed the very first one that was sitting there, and it threw me into this world. And I was taking notes on the characters, and I was like, "This show really immerses you in this universe." And I watched the entire hour and got to the end of it and realized it was episode 6. And I was like, "Oh, I did something completely backwards."
Yeah, I know, but you have a unique perspective on the show now, though.
Yes, I do. So I went back to the beginning and caught up with myself, thankfully, and I was like, "Oh, this makes a lot more sense now."
Yeah.
Finally. But I did want to ask, when you're coming into a world that has such a rich history, how often do you think that this might be the first property that somebody watches in, let's say, the alien mythology?
Well, I know coming out of doing Fargo that there are people who've seen 5 seasons of Fargo and have never seen the movie, or they watch them in any particular order they want to, and,
Right.
and I think that's great that they come to it. We don't have to tell you how to watch it. You watch in whatever order that you want to.
When I got back to episode 1, Babou, it literally felt like I was stepping into Sir Ridley's world. And so for you, what was it like being on those sets in the early days of the early episodes? Did it feel like you were back in 1979?
Yeah, and the set of the Maginot is almost identical, if not identical, to the set of the Nostromo. And it did not feel like a set. It felt like you were walking onto a ship.
Really?
And it was incredible seeing 100 other people become children and just revel in that history and in that moment, in that legacy. It's extraordinary.
And I would assume the practicality of that helps build
Of
your
course,
character.
you can touch things and move things, and it's amazing.
So a lot of people are figuring out what the show is. And as a character named Wendy, I would love for you to maybe touch on the Peter Pan narratives that are tracing through some of the storyline. What can you elaborate on about the touches of Peter Pan that are here?
Yeah, well, have you read the book, Peter Pan?
No, I have not. No.
And there's some really complex, dark undertones to it. I had not understood how Peter Pan tied in until I saw what you were making.
Yeah, it's a dark book.
It's a really dark book.
Okay.
And so you see Sam's character, Boy K, kind of taking on the Peter Pan feeling, and I don't want to give away anything.
Yeah, it's tough to talk about. Yeah.
Yeah, but we have the Lost Boys, and Wendy specifically. She's a bit outside of the group. She almost feels like a cousin or an older sibling. She's the first. She's a little different, which makes her more observant and more isolated, if you will. So there's some really surprising spots that you bring it in that I had no idea how it would work until I watched, and it just empowers the story.
Did it sort of evolve decisions that you made with your character as you continued to shoot then?
I think so. I mean, I'm stealing something from you, but the way that the script is written, I just would,
No, don't blame
one
me.
thing, just stealing one thing. The way that Noah writes, I would take this scene by scene. It is such a massive
Doesn't sound
world.
like me at all.
But it's mine. You can't use it.
And Sydney, is it fair to say as well, so to jump in, but
Yeah.
that like when you're shooting something for that amount of time, over 6 months, inevitably you do end up learning about the thing that you're playing as you're doing it. And you do sort of end up wiser about the character at the end of that 6 months than you were when you're not, on day one.
Alex, what can you tell me about the ways that the bonds are going to be tested between yours and Sydney's character?
Yeah, at least for the component that I play in the story that's sort of fundamental for my character Hermit is the relationship with his sister Wendy, who we previously knew by another name. And that becomes both his reason for being within the story, but also his biggest tension, because the person that he knew as his sister is recognizable still in terms of her memories and her sense of humor, etc.,
Sure.
her personality. But she's capable of things that mean that the care that he has to offer her is no longer useful in the way that he had been used to.
Yeah.
So trying to sort of reformulate that care and find use for himself is maybe a bit tricky for over the course of the season.
Samuel, before we started rolling cameras, I singled out your character, who I think is just a delightful wild card. Talk to me about what's on the page and how that helped inform how you were going to play Cavalier, because he's a blast.
Oh, well, I mean, there's obviously, you read those lines and it's very clear that he is maybe not a character who's larger than life, but a character who sees his role in other people's lives as being dominating. He's a dominator of space. Somebody who walks in and sees he sort of owns everything. And I remember when Noah and I first met, he gave me a great reference of a Twilight Zone episode, right? It's a young boy who is kind of omnipotent and has these, telekinetic powers, and he can sense what everyone's feeling. And if you get a negative thought, he senses it and he sends you to the cornfield, which is this kind of zone where you can never come back from.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, that's pretty clear about, who this character sees he is. And, we were talking about the Peter Pan references before. There's clearly an obsession with this character about growing up and the power of, I don't know, innocence or a childhood imagination.
Yeah.
And, there's an obsessive thing in there. So there's lots going on for this character.
Where does his confidence come from? Because he seems to have an awful lot of it.
Well, I think that as the season progresses,
Right.
that will become a little bit clearer, maybe what the character's driven by. When somebody has an ego that big, I think there are normally roots deep down in that person that, there's layers. And, he dominates through the course of the season, but maybe towards the end, some of those onion layers might get peeled off. We might see what's underneath slightly.
I look forward to that. Mr. Olyphant.
Yes.
What were some of the conversations that you guys had of building the look of your character? I think it's very significant and pops off the screen.
As I recall, a short talk about that. I don't feel like it was a lengthy conversation.
No.
I believe on the phone, I was in my backyard cleaning up after dogs
Yeah.
while making character choices.
Right. As you want to do.
And I believe I asked you about the hair.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, okay.
Oh, it was your decision? Your choice?
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks
It's,
all on
it-
that.
it- you know, it's
That
the,
thing, what she said earlier about what I said, that never happened. But this,
This. Yeah.
this,
Yeah, this actually happened.
It's the one character choice he made
thank you.
in the process.
It's a good one.
It said so, you know what I mean? It just took care of the rest, I think.
Just like talk to the hair.
So, yeah.
Noah, is there a grander design beyond this first season? Do you have, not to rush through anything, I want people to, of course, enjoy this storyline, but do you see it going other places, or is this a one and done?
No, it's definitely a recurring series. If we're lucky enough to get a second, third, fourth, however many seasons, I feel like I tell a lot of limited series stories, and I think that endings are what gives stories meaning.
Yeah,
so,
sure.
I have a sense of where I'm going with it, and what we're building to. It's nice to have this first season of 8 hours to really set the table, and I think it's very satisfying watch in its own right. But it definitely shows you potential of what the show could become.
Sydney, what's a question you would like to ask Noah right now about where?
What happened? Please do tell.
Well, you'll be blonde by the end of it, just like Tim.
By the way, I want to keep this on track, and it's not about me, right?
Right.
But who's got the option to this guy?
Oh, there you go.
I think it's open.
I mean,
John Sable, freelance what?
I don't know, but come on, has it?
There's little
Come on.
little
Can
elves running
I
around.
play that guy?
Yeah.
You might have to
literally
talk to somebody. That they might owe you
You're
some
the
money.
spitting image.
Deadline tomorrow AM or I'll kill you. That's what it says.
Take that with you.
I know it says. You don't think I can read that? I can read that.
No, the stakes are already there for you. This is a story.
So good.
All right.
No, let's talk about this as
We're
well
working it.
later. It just was right there, like screaming.
That's why.
I think the rights to Rock'em Sock'em is also available, so we could corner the market on the knock your block off
The
franchise.
Red Rocker. The Red Rocker. You thought it was Sammy Hagar? No, it was that little guy, the Red Rocker.
Before
right,
we
what else
move
you
you
got?
guys on to the net, well, I have something for you guys. There are 3 boxes underneath the table. This is from my front row to play along with. There's a C box, there's a B box, and an R box. And if you choose collectively, you guys have to choose as a group. Agree with which one you want to choose.
Come on, get in
And
here,
then
guys.
inside one of those boxes is stuff that will power you guys through the rest of your press tour. So.
Cocaine or sorry, did I?
There, I mean, yeah, there could
that.
potential.
Because I'm out of what I've been using. So this is great.
You then lean
This
towards
is
the
great.
C box.
Did you say lean towards the Z box?
That's what I'm saying.
Guys.
I mean, I would choose. It's up to you guys. It's completely up to you guys.
He's not going to help us.
I'm
at
not
all.
going to help you guys.
What are the letters again?
C,
R, B, and C.
B, and R. They're on your.
Oh, I see.
You get it?
Branding.
You get it? It's the,
Branding.
I like that we're saying R, B, and C as opposed to CBR.
Thank you very much.
Are you guys missing an opportunity to say the thing?
No, please, as many times as you'd like to. CBR. All right, what are we choosing? Which box?
I'm not
Go on,
in charge.
Sydney, it's up to you.
Sydney, you're the,
You're
you're
head
the
of the
lead.
ship.
Okay.
You're the.
We're going to go with the hard C.
Hard C.
the
All
hard
right,
C.
Sydney.
It's
Sydney,
happening.
please choose the box that's right in front of you,
Oh, this is where.
and then.
This
Well,
is
no,
where
we would not do
they
that
get
to you on
This
camera.
is
I
where they
promise.
get you.
Yeah.
Look
No.
away.
I am so,
Look away.
I am so scared.
Yeah, come on. How?
You never watched this show?
There's nothing but goodness inside of it. I promise you that much. I'm a nice guy. I wouldn't do that to you. Yeah.
Anticipation.
Yes. See?
Chips ahoy!
There you go.
There you
Right?
go.
Thank you. Cookies. Cookies for anybody who would like to help
Thank you
themselves
so
to as
much.
many as possible.
Appreciate it.
Don't ever say CBR didn't give you something. Okay?
I love it.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for your
thank
time.
you guys for coming
Hey,
by.
thank
We
you.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you so
lovely.
much.
Everyone watch Alien Earth, please.